Hello and welcome back to the third and final episode of Decoding the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. In episode 1 and 2 of this series, we discussed the first 5 habits that are recommended by the author in this famous book. In today's episode, we will talk about habit number 6 and 7, and I shall quickly do a summary of the entire book for you. Before we start our discussion on habit number 6, let's do a quick recap of what we learned in the first 2 episodes. The first 5 habits are right here for you. Habit number 1, be proactive. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Number 3, put first things first. Number 4, seek win-win solutions. Number 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood. With that, we move on to discussing habit number 6. Habit number 6 is about synergizing by treating others with respect and transparency. The previous 5 habits that we've discussed all lead to this 6th habit. Synergizing. Synergy means a situation where the contributions of many add up to a total that exceeds the combined contribution of the individuals. When you synergize, 1 plus 1 could actually be 11. So how do you practice this principle in your everyday life? Each one of us sees life differently, and we all have our own individual strengths. True synergy is about leveraging each other's strengths and about celebrating and appreciating each other's differences. When people truly synergize, they listen to each other with respect. They put themselves in the other person's shoes to truly understand their point of view. They're all on the same side, tackling the same problem and really not fighting each other. In a synergized environment, team members believe and work with the conviction that contributions from everybody will lead to something big and something great. At this point in the book, the author shares the story of a gentleman by the name of David Lilienthal. David Lilienthal was commissioned with the responsibility of heading the Atomic Energy Commission after the World War. David recruited a whole bunch of really capable and intelligent people to work on a project with him. Understanding that each person on his team had their own agenda, David scheduled several weeks for the team to come together and interact with each other and truly understand each other's personalities, aspirations, fears, hopes, strengths. A lot of people criticized Lilienthal for this. They felt it was a waste of time and it was unnecessary. However, this simple exercise brought the entire team together into an open and transparent space of mind. So when they actually started working on the project, people were able to collaborate much better because they understood each other much better. Even when there would be conflicts, instead of fighting with each other, people would truly listen with empathy and try and appreciate others' points of view. This led to a respectful, creative, and productive culture. The true path to synergizing starts with seeing every interaction as an opportunity for learning. This opportunity may not always result in something that you can control, but you should still be open to it and embrace it wholeheartedly. This requires a significant amount of self-confidence and the conviction that the combined contribution of each party will lead to something significant and great for everybody. So here is an activity that you can use to practice this habit. Make a list of all those people that you find difficult interacting with and make a note of their perspectives and views. Now ask yourself the simple question. If you had more confidence and were more open, would you be willing to appreciate the other person's perspective and openly share your perspective with them in order to improve understanding, trust, and hence the relationship? We have reached the 7th habit. Sharpening the saw. If you spend all your time sawing trees and never paused even for a moment to sharpen your tools, very soon you're going to end up with a bunch of tools that are so blunt that you can't fell even a single tree. Similarly, in life, if you never pause to take care of yourself, any gain that you make in terms of effectiveness, any new skill that you learn will all be short-lived, because very soon you will be so tired, you would have exhausted yourself that you will not be able to maintain any of the good habits that you developed. Hence, sharpening the saw is essential for lasting effectiveness and well-being. There are 4 areas that we talk about that are important for you to focus on. The first is your physical health. Exercise regularly and eat well and avoid unnecessary stress. Make sure you sleep enough and hydrate yourself well. The next dimension which is important for your lasting well-being is your spiritual health. And you can practice this in any form that you find appealing. You could either meditate, or you could write, or simply take some time out to introspect about your own life values and norms. The third dimension that is important is your mental well-being. To maintain mental health, read a lot of good books and surround yourself with positive people. Do not spend too much time on social media or television. Instead, pick up a hobby that makes you feel happy and positive. Your mental well-being is crucial to your overall well-being. The last dimension that we cannot ignore is your social and emotional well-being. Connect with people who add positivity to your life. Make an effort to truly understand people and involve yourself in projects that contributes to their lives. Develop empathic listening skills and truly listen and communicate when you're with people. Focusing on these 4 dimensions will ensure lasting effectiveness and overall well-being. Here is your challenge to practice the 7th habit. Write down all the 4 dimensions that I just spoke about and write down a few activities in each one of these dimensions. Now, pick up one activity from each dimension and make that a goal for the next 1 month. At the end of the month, evaluate your own performance and see which one of those goals have you achieved. When you do this over a period of time, you will find that you would have positively improved your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. Sharpening your saw is crucial to bringing about lasting effectiveness and change into your life. Many people complain that they do not have the time to recharge their batteries, but don't be one of those. Recharging your batteries will ensure that you stay alive, active, healthy, and happy in the long run. And with that, we come to the end of our discussion, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. A quick recap. Be proactive. Wield influence on the world around you, and don't spend your time simply interacting to external events and circumstances. Take charge of your life, assume responsibility, take control. Begin with the end in mind. Have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Don't spend your time mindlessly on tasks that do not contribute to the big picture. Have a vision for the future and align your actions accordingly. Put first things first. To prioritize your work, it is important that you spend maximum amount of time on things which are important and contribute to your goals and your vision for life. Do not spend time on activities that are urgent but eventually unimportant. Think win-win. When communicating and negotiating with others, don't try to get the largest slice of the pie. In fact, try and arrive at an agreement that is acceptable and beneficial to all parties. You will still get your fair share and at the same time build some strong, positive relationships. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Do not make assumptions that you know what the other person is going through. Do not try to project your life and your situation onto them. Practice true empathic listening and truly understand the other person's position before making any recommendation. Synergize. Adopt the mental mindset that the contributions of many will together lead to something big, significant, and impactful. Appreciate the other person's views, celebrate the differences, and draw strength from their positives. This is what true collaboration is all about. And finally, don't forget to sharpen the saw. Take care of your physical, spiritual, mental, emotional health so that you can continue to produce impactful, positive results in your life. We hope you enjoyed this journey of traversing the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with us. We will be back very soon with another book. Up until the next time, I wish you the best and happy learning. Thank you for joining us.